Welcome back, everyone, again.
What a build-up.
I know, it's a bit of a build-up. You guys saw it in the last one. That took me 2 weeks to upload because the technical gremlins came out and struck again.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's not a trend.
I'm hoping not either because I'd like to put out this episode on time.
Actually, out of like 23 of them, it's only really fucked up twice.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good run.
Audio once, video once. Now that should be fine, unless now my computer blows up. That's a more expensive issue.
Yeah, that feels like a bigger problem for you more than the podcast.
Very true, very true. Speaking of, welcome back to the You Like That podcast. My name is Adam.
My name's Jack.
And we're back again in more normal times. Things are getting back to normal.
Nope. No, they're not.
In some aspect.
Yeah.
Things started to go back to normal and then we found a new issue.
Well, we have news. One piece of news.
What is our news?
Our constant news this whole time during quarantine is Tenet is going to be their first movie back. Tenet has not changed. It got delayed this week.
But only about 2 weeks.
It's only about 2 weeks. And they were re-releasing Inception into theaters.
Oh.
I didn't see it in theaters, so I would love to go and see it in
that'd
theaters.
Be a whack
and
experience.
Just absolutely throw up all over myself.
100%.
I get motion sick so bad.
Oh, and that movie is just a prime example of how to get motion sick.
But yeah, anyway, so I don't know, I was very disappointed. Even though it's only 2 weeks, I was just like, "Fuck, is this how it's gonna start?" Like every month before it comes out, it'll just be
2 weeks,
2 weeks, another 2 weeks, another 2 weeks. Hopefully, that's not gonna happen. But
no, we have more news of restrictions being eased again.
Yeah,
more shit can open again. Restaurants.
If you can have 20 people at a house party, you can open a half theater. Surely.
Well, I think they now said from July 1st it's going to be venues can have 25% capacity in stadiums and that, as long as it's lower than 40,000 people or something. 25% of that or something. I don't know, something weird. So basically, venues are coming back.
Yeah.
Just make the cinemas back. Very easy. You just disinfect your seats. Have 2-3 seat gap between each person.
It's amazing how far basic hygiene goes.
I know.
This is the whole pandemic has just taught us you should really just wash your hands.
Basically, yes.
It's not that hard to do, and it really does a lot.
This is what will protect us, but, we live and we learn. We'll get the t-shirts, I Survived 2020. Maybe. We're not through it yet.
Oh, there will absolutely be I Survived 2020.
There's going to be I Survived 2020 t-shirts. There's going to be I Survived 2020 tours. Bands are just going to come out, and their songs are just going to be called Virus, Pandemic,
Crowd Kill, COVID.
What can you think of? But we're still the same people here, you and me.
We're still fishing for
fucking movies. That's why it took us so long.
Actually, Netflix, there's 2 new movies on Netflix, so we could do a Netflix episode next week. So we got King of Staten Island.
Oh, yes.
Which we need to find out how to watch in Australia because, of course, we didn't get it.
ExpressVPN.
And
possibly.
Spike Lee's new movie with Chadwick Boseman as a lead. It's called The Five Bloods. It's set in Vietnam and stuff. Yeah, that looks really cool. Ooh. And Spike Lee did Black Klansman. Black Klansman is one of the best movies of recent times. So
haven't seen it.
You should. It's good. It's on Netflix.
I found this trend of every time you bring up a movie on this podcast, I haven't seen it. In a movie where we should see a lot of movies, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Well, we've learnt. I haven't seen a lot of the classic movies. I haven't seen Jurassic Park in 20 years, so...
Yeah, no, that's fair. But you have seen it.
I've seen it, yeah.
But yeah.
And we've done an episode on it. Go back and watch it. It's a very good episode.
JP, get on it. But today we're
dug into the vault again.
Vaulted it out. Sort of out of the vault. It's really not that old.
It's actually quite recent, yeah.
It's within the last 9 months. We're talking about It, Chapter 2. Where do we start from here?
Great. So what's your relationship with Stephen King and Stephen King media, and are you a fan? Do you not really know?
I am fuck all about Stephen King.
Right.
Know him. Know some of the books. Know some of the movie adaptations. I never read any as a child growing up. I never went back and read them now. I don't read.
Yeah, right.
It bores me. I'll always rather watch the movie. I'm that guy. Seen a couple... I've seen fuck all Stephen King movie adaptations. But It was one of the only Stephen King adaptation movies that I had seen. The original one, where I hired it from Video Easy, and when I got home, saw that the disc was two-sided, and I've gone, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Turns out it was 6 hours long.
Now,
It was for TV.
I didn't know which side was first.
Yeah.
I looked at it and went, well, if that's up, then this should be that. Put it in, started watching it.
Yeah, because there was like the inner label sort of had an indication, but you couldn't. It was
Sort
not
of, but you weren't too sure if the sticker on the top was okay. So this top of the laser disc is this part, or it's the bottom. I just winged it, put it in one way, thought it was the right way. I started watching part 2 first.
Of course.
I got through the whole movie. I got through the whole second part of that movie, finished it, and then went to flip the disc over, and I've gone, hold on.
Yeah, and it's generally regarded that part 1 is better.
Yeah.
Much better, yeah.
It's a different movie. I've gone, wait, but they defeated, now they're kids. And then I looked at it and I've gone, oh,
You fucked it.
I've gone and done this.
Yeah.
So I had to like watch the second part, and then I watched the first part, and then I had to watch the second part again to then fully understand what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, right.
But I really liked the movie. I liked the remake. I like this one. But we'll get into that as well. Relationship though with Stephen King.
Well, before we got a PlayStation, I did read. I was a reader in early high school, and one of my best mates at the time was massive on Stephen King. He just read everything, and he knew me well enough to be like, all right, you would like this, this, and this. So he gave me Pet Sematary, Carrie, and Salem's Lot, which are all tremendous books. I don't really have many reference points for books because I haven't read, outside of Stephen King, I haven't read a lot. And autobiographies,
Fair.
I read autobiographies because I'm a fat, sweaty nerd. But all three of those have terrible movies.
Yeah.
Like, the original Pet Sematary is really bad. Apparently the remake is really bad.
The remake is very fucking bad.
Yeah.
Do not watch the remake. We're not doing an episode on it.
Yeah. Original Carrie has some moments, but overall it's pretty bad. And apparently the remake's really bad.
The remake Carrie is really bad. I have seen the remake Carrie.
And then
Very
Salem's
bad.
Lot, they didn't even bother remaking because it's incredibly boring. It's a great book because it's a book and there's tension and stuff, but as a movie...
Someone's going to remake it.
As a movie, it just doesn't really work. Well, the next vampire phase, they're going to have to as well. And then the first It reboot, it was kind of like Sonic is now. I was really championing it because I was just like blown away by how surprisingly good it was.
Yes.
And I go back and watch it pretty often. I really like that first It reboot.
What about the original?
The original we watched as a kid when we were younger,
Yeah.
like that same friend, just because we were like, oh, it's Stephen King, we'll see what it's like. And we were kids, so we just got immediately bored and never finished it. We just went.
Which is fucking.
We just went and played Tekken 3 or something. Like we just.
Much better choice because it is a long movie.
I've never been. I've watched a few like video reviews, like retrospective.
Yeah.
From people I respect who also say it's pretty bad, so I just trust them.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Yeah, it's different. It's older. It's classic. It's
told weirdly because it was a telly movie. They had a lot of time to.
Yeah, it was weird for its time. And for the fact that they made it a home television release as well.
Smaller budget, so it's even shitter.
Which they spark the question of, well, this is like such supposed to be a scary movie. You're putting it on like primetime TV for children just to stumble upon and being like, what's this clown?
Yeah, but Tim Curry was a great Pennywise. Like he's just a fantastic character actor already.
Yes.
But he didn't get much to do.
No.
Outside it. And because of the time, they just looked a bit silly. He just looked too much like a clown.
Very much just a clown. Just a clown, and then when they did the zoom-ins and they put the prosthetic teeth in there, making him sharp, and that was scary as fuck.
But the original one, like, it's quite, jump scary and has, like, all the general tropes of a modern horror movie, but it's just done really well.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the cast, like, fucking hell, they nailed that cast. Those kids, like... especially together, it's just such a good cast, and it made for a really, really good movie. Yeah. Like, even the scares, obviously, but those kids are just great, man.
Let's just briefly touch on the Chapter 1 reboot before we jump into Chapter 2. So
they split this movie, whereas the telly movie, it's sort of goes between the adults and like
It's
of kids, the sort of flashbacks, but they mostly just like talk about it, don't they?
yeah.
Aren't they just like they're still all just adults, but they're like, when we were kids, this happened, and then
Yeah, it was like a bit of the adults and then still, but like to seem like it was
yeah, right, okay.
mostly as a kids, but yeah, more intertwining between them two. So we get the reboot announcement that it is being remade, being completely redone,
Yeah,
and split into 2 movies again.
relatively
chapters.
unknown director as well, Andy Muschietti.
Correct. Everyone's like, who the fuck is this?
Anyway, and
We get the announcement of Pennywise being played by Skarsgård.
Which one? Alex? Adam? Alan? Starts with A.
I know this guy so much, and it's the one time I fucking forget.
I think it's Alex. Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah. This is so bad.
Ew, fuck.
Alex is the other one.
To our credit, there's a fucking lot of them, and they all act.
They're all Skarsgårds.
And they all look identical.
Exactly right. Again, another not really known actor, unless you're from Sweden and you've seen him in Swedish movies.
Yeah.
And then you get the lineup of the kids, which we see Finn Wolfhard, who had his big break with Stranger Things.
And they timed it well, like, Stranger Things was at its fucking peak popularity.
It was huge.
And then this movie came out, really great, young teen cast.
Yep.
It got bums in seats, man. This movie made
It had
a
heaps.
gazillion dollars.
It did.
I think it did over $1 billion.
It did.
First
No,
one?
sorry. I think it got very close.
First one was a big boy.
Where it got...
But yeah, it did really well.
It did for a horror movie. It 700 million
Yeah, there you go.
against the 35 million budget.
Absolutely nothing to sneeze at.
Nothing at all.
Massive.
Definitely, probably more than they were expecting. 100%.
Oh yeah.
It was a brilliant retelling of the story that a lot of people knew.
And it was made really well. There was no like cheap, weird shit. Like
No,
there was a lot of love put into the effects and.
The only thing you could put it
locations.
down would be like some of the CGI used for some of the monsters coming out in it, but it sort of suited the atmosphere of what this movie was.
Because it's so surreal. Like what Pennywise is doing is meant to be like like you're dreaming.
Yeah, exactly. And you got this brilliant story of these kids being tormented by this interdimensional being and terrorizing them, and they're banding together to take this thing down, and it has so much packed into it. It has so much horror. It has the jump scares. It has love. It has romance. It has
there's still a
shitload of comedy.
Yeah, still a young group of kids who like fall out and stuff because that's what you do.
It's just as they all say, it's a coming of age film.
100%.
And they came of age, and that movie came out to, again, massive response. And then everyone fucking being like, fuck, when's the next chapter?
Yeah.
Which we were getting...
What's gonna happen in the next chapter? Because the book is really fucking stupid.
Exactly. So that's another thing to touch on is the book, the first miniseries movies, and these 2 movies all take different parts of each other and throw it in. So you go, alright, I know what happened in this, I know what happened in the first miniseries, I know what happened in the book, but because they're all doing this and that, what are they going to tell in the next chapter?
Yeah. When's the giant spider coming?
Exactly. Because even though people have seen the originals and that, they're still like, oh, this is a remake.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
And so then when, move along, was it 2 years, I think, after the first one?
Yeah.
Second one gets its announcement. So it all happened. It's coming through. We get our first looks of the adult cast. And this is a pretty stacked lineup as well itself.
It's a great cast.
You have James
really
McAvoy. You have Bill Hader.
Yeah.
You have
Is it Jessica Chastain?
Jessica Chastain.
We should look
something like that. We never fucking research that.
Bryce
I have
Dallas
that many notes on this movie, and I don't take the actors down.
Oh no.
God, the computer's done the thing again. Fuck me.
Hopefully it hasn't stopped.
That's what I'm worried about. Is on the fucking.
On the recording, it doesn't look like it stopped.
Yeah.
But we said that last time.
Because that time in the audio went fucking whack again. Jesus Christ. Please don't fucking do this to me again. I swear. God.
If you can't hear that off mic, Adam's having a complete mental breakdown.
God fucking damn it. Jesus Christ. Fucking keep going. God
It
damn
is
it.
Jessica Chastain. I was right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good cast.
Good cast.
Good line.
Either way, good cast.
They all... Their child counterpart is brilliant.
Yeah.
For me, all of the adult actors look the fucking same as their adult counterparts.
Yeah.
I think that's just done brilliantly.
Yeah, I think they all spend a lot of time together as well to, learn their mannerisms and stuff.
Definitely a lot of time
Actually,
spent
the
together.
the cast in part 2 is really good. I don't like part 2 at all. I don't think I said that. I think I sighed at the beginning, but spoiler alert.
Usually you come straight into it.
Yeah,
and just
spoiler
go,
alert.
fuck
I
it.
fucking hated part 2.
As
I think
is
it's
Jack
one of
tradition.
the yeah.
I liked it.
I don't think every time I watch a movie, I don't go, that was a waste of my time, because I think, alright, at least I've seen it.
Yeah.
But It Chapter 2, I genuinely felt like I wasted a day watching it.
I wasted 3.
When I went and saw it.
It took me 3 nights to rewatch this again.
Jesus.
But that's not to its detriment. I really like this movie. I like this movie, but you're going to hear a lot of things that I hated about this movie, which are going to make it seem like I hated this movie. But that's what this podcast does to me.
But I really
It
love the
tells me movies I
first
like.
one. I'll go to bat for the first one all the time.
So the second one opened to 460 million in the box office.
Ooh.
Bit of a drop.
Yeah, massive drop.
Bit less reviews. Not as kind as the first one.
Yeah, I remember early reviews for this. Everyone was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was very hit and miss.
Hold on.
It was very, some were like, yeah, it was good, but this and that. The others were like, this was shit, this was 3 hours, I'm never getting back.
Yeah, I was more in that camp.
Yeah.
I did not. Yeah.
I had fun. I really liked it, but there are a lot of things that I didn't like, but I still go back and I will rewatch this again, because after watching this a second time, I found it more enjoyable, even though it took me 3 nights to watch it, because it
I
is
didn't
3
go
weeks
back
long.
to this, but I didn't have time to go back to this. So
No,
that's my excuse.
It's completely
I didn't
fair.
have
It's a
time this
long
week.
ass movie, and that's too much to take in. But just getting into this movie jumps into the deep end straight away. So to refresh you on the start of this was the carnival opening with back in Derry.
Mm-hmm.
They're all at the carnival, and you got a gay couple there
Oh, yeah.
winning, and
The
then
prologue,
they
yeah.
have a kiss, and one of the Derry white boys comes up and calls them disgusting and all this shit.
Yeah, beats the shit out of them.
Yeah, go to the bridge, completely bash this gay dude, and forces his partner to watch, and then they throw him over the bridge, and you just go, "Phew,
Yeah, really.
that was fucking into it, wasn't it?"
We didn't need that at all.
That's the main reaction I got from it.
Yeah.
It was like, that was
Yeah,
I was straight into it, wasn't
It
it?
felt hateful.
It was.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, you look at that and be like, that's kind of true, but in those times,
Yeah, probably.
you know, and in places like that, that's, you know, it's what some people are culturized to.
Yeah, small town America is not known for its open-mindedness.
Yes, no, not at all.
But I don't see what that has to do with a scary clown terrifying.
Exactly
a
right.
city.
And so after this scene, once they throw him off the bridge, this is the first scene of Pennywise you see again. Of
Sort of silhouetted
his re-emergence 27 years later. And the first thing you say to yourself is, isn't this kid a little bit too old to be Pennywise's target
Yeah.
audience? So Pennywise grabs him, eats him, and he's sort of like, that's, he seems like he's at least early 20s or something, and
Yeah, he's definitely not a kid either way. Like
Pennywise's main, attraction is the younger kids.
children.
So why this kid? And that's sort of when you start to see the wheels coming off on this movie, when you go, ooh, dropped the ball a bit early there.
Yeah, in the first 4 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
Yeah, so we get a little like, you get a little look into where everyone's at, what they do is for a living,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
yeah, you get it. The adult version of everyone
Yeah,
coming in one scene at a time.
yeah, sort of.
Some might say each scene took a little bit too long, but I guess,
Yes.
introducing it at the start of the movie, you sort of forgive and go, okay, well, It's some sort
It's
of
an introduction, like-
sort of an introduction to see where these kids are now in their life. So you have Bill Denenberg is now a writer, a horror writer.
He is. That's what Stephen King does.
Exactly right, and his whole backstory
I'm the
is
hero of every book.
exactly.
It's always me.
And you know they're transcribing it to movies now as well. Everyone says the endings all suck.
I
That's a trope.
hated that joke.
It's a trope to Stephen King as well.
Yeah, because Stephen King really doesn't know how to end books.
Yep.
Fuck, when they were nailing that in, like, my first thought, like, the first time they made that joke, I was like, oh, this movie's going to have a terrible ending.
Yeah.
And they're justifying it through jokes. And they're justifying it through, we're self-aware. This is what Stephen King would want.
Yep.
But it's just like, no,
To the point-
you don't know how to end this movie.
To the point where we even have to get a cameo from Stephen King, who looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Who also makes a joke about the ending being bad.
Yes, and
He also looks a lot older than he actually is.
Yeah, he
he
does.
looks like he's 140.
He looks like the remake version of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks terrible.
Did not
Yeah.
look good.
Stephen King is very famously one of the most unlikable men on earth. Like, he's just one of the most unpleasant human beings in the
No,
world.
it's fair. You just look
So
at his face and
why
you go,
the fuck they put him in this movie? Like, he's not Stan Lee. Stan Lee is in every Marvel movie because he's a bundle of sunshine. He's
Exactly.
one of the most
Just-
charismatic, beautiful men in the
Just
world.
be like, Stan, come here.
Yeah.
Cuddles.
But Stephen King's just like, nah, fucking digging. He's like throwing whiskey around. It's just like, oh god, this man is horrible.
Hey, you guys want to see
I don't wanna be
the
near
orgy
this man.
scene?
Yeah.
You guys know I wrote an orgy in
Why
that
didn't you
book,
put the
didn't ya?
children fucking in my movie?
I wrote it for a reason, to see
He's
it on
just
screen.
gross. He's a gross human being.
He's a very gross human being. So, you get the introduction of everyone else. Yeah, you know, Eddie's a analyst for insurance claims and shit.
Yeah.
Bill Hader's character is a stand-up comedian. Beverly is just some wife to some rich guy who abuses her.
Yeah, that's horrible as well. Like,
So-
of course, the female in this movie exists to just get beaten by her husband.
The
Like,
first
that's-
20 minutes of the movie, including the intro and then introducing everyone as an adult, it tackles so many different touchy subjects.
Yeah. It's like
Suicide,
homophobia.
you get homophobia, you get depression, anxiety, domestic abuse,
Yeah, fuck.
all that in there, and you're just going, like, pump the brakes a second. Let me ease back into this shit, please.
The first one was like fun.
Yeah, the first one was just like, hey, happy kid, yeah, the kid dies, and you're like, oh yeah, that's how we're starting it. And then it just sort of like mellowed out. Take this, and take that, and
Yeah.
fuck it, everything you know about is now fucking here.
And and just like, it's unrelated to Pennywise. Like, Pennywise isn't beating his wife.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need a beating your wife subplot. You just don't... I don't know. It doesn't make us feel more sorry for her. It doesn't make her a more sympathetic character. I think that's what it's meant to do. I don't know.
Well, because we already know about her dad being abusive
Yeah,
to her
exactly.
as well from the first one. And you see
I
that
guess it's
more in
just
this
like,
one.
the kids didn't really break out of their cycles. Like, the funny guy is a comedian. The anxious, accident-prone guy is an insurance guy. I guess that's the joke.
Yeah.
But if the joke is she got abused as a child and she now... That's not a joke.
No.
She's getting abused as an adult. And then they show it as well. Why do these movies have to keep showing it?
I'm sure there's some like underlying, metaphor that they wanted to throw in there to be like,
Get your shot glasses ready, because Lee Whannell made an entire movie about domestic abuse without really showing domestic abuse. It was all implied, it was all subtle.
yep.
But the movie was strictly about an abusive relationship.
What was that movie, Jack?
And he didn't show it. That movie's called The Invisible Man. And
We did a podcast on it, you better go watch it. And then go watch The Invisible Man. We're not sponsored by The Invisible Man, but we fucking should be.
oh yeah, if you're new, every time I mention Lee Whannell, which is like 30 times an episode, you do a shot.
Lee Whannell's he's our Lord and Saviour,
My best friend.
basically. Hopefully
We've
one
never
day,
met.
imagine we could have him on a podcast one day.
Oh, please.
Jesus Christ. You need suck these
Please.
together, upgrade for sure.
Oh, mate.
I'll tell you you're making another one. I'll swallow the whole thing if you tell me you're making another one.
Oh, please.
Fuck. So, yeah, your first 20 minutes are just completely fucked in this movie, and everything sort of just... it weirdly tries to piece itself together, this movie. So, the whole thing now is they're going, like, none of them remember anything about Derry. none of them remember anything about Pennywise.
Yeah, until
Mike calls them
mentioned,
each,
yeah.
and then it's sort of like, ooh, Derry's the magic word, where everyone suddenly goes, the Vietnam flashback.
Yeah, this thing
Shit went fucked up.
Yeah.
So, and you then get when they call Stanley, and then he then kills himself in the bathtub, and they all go to meet for Chinese, and they're all meeting one by one, hi to each other. Everyone but Stanley's there. They don't know he's dead yet. They're all eating every nothing and getting along. I'm like,
if you don't remember it,
halfway through their meal, they mention, I guess Stanley's not showing up, and it's like, you guys are a little bit fucking rude.
Yeah, I know.
He's just started ordering food and all this. He's having a great time.
Didn't even message him.
And then he's looking. You go, he's not here.
Hope he didn't kill himself.
Oh well. Yeah.
Because the idea is they're like, in order to beat Pennywise, they all have to be together. Their bond is what defeats him. They can only defeat him if they're all there and together.
Yep. The belief
Stanley
that they can beat
fucked
him.
it by killing himself in the bathtub.
He fucked it, or he made it easier.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter because they beat Pennywise at the end. So
yes, in dramatic fashion, which we'll eventually get to. Bill Hader through this whole movie is my fucking god.
Yeah, Bill Hader really carries this. I don't want to say he carries it because he doesn't make it a better movie, but his performance is a very, very good part of the movie.
Brilliant.
Because he is... Every movie has to have the audience character, like the character who speaks for the audience. Yeah. And he's that because he's just like, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Yeah. And he keeps like leaving, but then the power of Derry brings him back. Yeah. It's not like, he's not like, I have to help my friends. It's literally like something magnetic. Yeah. Like,
it's him, Bill Hader throughout this. It's the actor that's playing Eddie.
He's pretty good. I don't recognize him at all.
as an adult, and then the child counterpart. Both of them are the exact same fucking person. I swear to God.
Absolutely identical.
I fucking swear to God, they're the exact same person. their quips, their remarks, everything is so spot on.
Yeah.
You go, it's like I've waited for this kid to grow up for this movie, and this is him now.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Because him and Bill both have that same chemistry where they're just back and forth with each other.
Yeah.
And it's fucking hilarious. And the one scene I love is when Bowers comes back, the fucking bully from old time who went to the mental hospital. Eddie goes up to his hotel room to the bathroom, and then Bowers comes in and stabs him in the side of the face with a knife. Yeah. And he's just hanging there, and just his face is like, why would you do that? And then it starts like backing away into the shower. And the Bowser's like, where do you think you're going? And then just stabs him in the stomach, and he's just like, scurrying out of the room. And then just gets out of bed.
He almost can't believe he did it.
And he just sits there and just goes, Bowser's is in my room. And he's got all the blood pissing. He's like, is it bad? It's just, me and Brooke just cracked ourselves up in that scene because it's fucking hilarious. They both are just my shining men throughout this movie. James McAvoy I love.
Yeah, James McAvoy is just so great as an actor already.
You know what I love about him in this movie is I feel like he really nails the stutter.
Yeah. The best thing about James McAvoy is, and this is true of all good actors, is you're not aware you're watching James McAvoy. Yeah. You truly believe he is the character in the movie. Yeah. And that's, again, the cast in this movie is great. The cast are really, really
The casting is brilliant.
I cannot deny that.
There's so much.
It's quite a good-looking movie as well.
There's so much right with this movie. It just takes wrong points. Yeah. The biggest point of this whole movie is the length of it.
The length of it and the lore of the source material is so... The first one felt quite grounded, which sounds weird to say for a clown movie. Yeah. But there was none of the dead lights. Here's exactly where he came from. You have to look into the lights to whatever, and all of that shit, and they're looking through the book and the alien and the lamp and stuff. It's just like, oh my god, this is like a Sonic
that's
nightmare.
The only thing you get out of the background of Pennywise is the trippy drink that Mike makes Bill drink to show the local natives that fought Pennywise when he came down, and they did this ritual of should and. You had the different forms and that, and you're like,
absolutely ridiculous.
All right, that's cool and that, but I want more. I want to know more about these deadlights because...
Oh, really? I wanted less.
Really?
Yeah, I like Pennywise when I was just like, what the fuck?
I like the
Spinny
orbs.
Clown.
I like the orbs,
Nah, I
man.
hated all that.
3 spinny orbs.
Less of that, thanks.
But see, that's why people need to know that Pennywise is not a clown. He's 3 spinning orbs. That's all Pennywise is. He's literally the eater of worlds in orb form. It's him. It is 3. This is how fucked up Stephen King is. I'm gonna create a universe. I'm gonna call it the Macroverse. All right. I'm gonna bring 3 orbs, call them the Deadlights. They could form into fucking anything, and its counterpart, he's the evil. The good is a turtle.
Yeah. Yeah, you get...
Who created the universe
get none of that.
by coughing it up because he was feeling a bit sick in the tum.
Is
People need to know this.
I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anyone, but is that any more crazy than actual Christianity? I mean, it's essentially the same story, isn't it?
You could read that in a Bible verse 100%. Someone is there preaching on Sunday school and being like...
You like that, not a religious podcast.
we don't want Satan, we don't want God, we want nothing. We want nothing
We
but
don't
peace
want
and
a
love.
giant fuck-off turtle who...
I wouldn't mind a
vomited up
turtle.
flame.
I've waited through all these movies. I'm like, okay, sweet, we're getting the remakes.
Yeah.
Show me the turtle.
Yeah, and I love that was their line. They were like, oh no, the turtle would have been too ridiculous.
Exactly, they're like,
We can't go that far.
You know, it's a flying turtle.
Yeah.
So it would just seem weird trying to incorporate that into this type of movie.
Into this cosmic clown.
That is full of, we'll show the 3 orbs and turning this clown into multiple different forms and, really using your CGI to your advantage. But a flying turtle,
It's just too much.
well, they can't converse, he can't give the tips of how to defeat Pennywise. It wouldn't make sense to the story. Because, he's a big part. But in this movie, which is... What we'll do... Tales from the Boardroom again. This is the...
I'm listening.
So here's what we're going to do. We can't have a mystical flying turtle in the movie. How do we please the fans? Hidden turtle in the background.
No, I really
People
feel like the
get it.
fans want to see the giant turtle.
They would love to see it. But in this movie, it can't work.
The script is already 14,000 pages long. So
I know,
we
we've
might as well
taken...
just chuck it. This movie's going to go for 16 hours.
Exactly, and you got to think of how long it'll take to render a real life turtle and just kind of grow them a little bit more, have some interaction. We could cast anyone to voice.
You don't
the
need a
turtle.
real turtle. You can just make one. Is your worry that we need a real turtle?
Well, I don't know if we can get one that big, but might be something out
Okay,
there.
okay, I don't mean to lie. Okay. I'm not up to date on my reptiles, but I don't think turtles actually get that big. So we would have to fully render it.
Okay, that's fair. But look, in the grand scheme of things, it'd be great to have this turtle. We could have Christopher Walken
This is
voice
the
this
stupidest
turtle.
one we've done yet.
It goes, wow, defeating Pennywise is not an easy task. You gotta...
Okay, Christopher Walken hasn't been relevant for about 30 years.
Oh!
So,
What do you mean? Not relevant. Did you see Click?
This movie literally ends by literally bullying a spider clown down to a little baby. So, is the turtle really that far-fetched?
We don't have the budget! Boom!
Even though the first one made $700 million.
We already know this one ain't gonna make as much. Fuck the turtle. So the only reference to Maturin that we get is the classroom. Turtle sitting on the bench. And you're going, that's a weird place for a turtle. It's just a statue of a turtle.
Yeah.
I don't know how many teachers are out there. I've been in a few classrooms.
Turtle
Never
statues.
seen a turtle statue sitting on the desk. So, but we got it here, and that's what we're going to do.
Suppose.
Yep.
Whatever, if you like.
Yeah, that's what we like.
So
So,
Mike sort of brings them all back. Is it Mike?
Mike, yeah.
Yeah, Mike. And it almost just seems like he wants this to happen. Like, he remembers everything. He stayed in Derry, so he remembers everything.
Remembers
It just kind of like he misses his buddies and he just wants to hang out again.
Yeah, it's that as well, but
But
it's
then
also...
you find out he's really been caught up in the mythos and...
Yeah, he's been sitting
He's
there
really
for
been
27
obsessed with it,
years
yeah.
waiting for this shit to happen. He knew it was going to happen again. He knew everything about what was going to happen.
Yeah.
He knew what the ritual should involve.
Yeah, it seemed like he spent the whole 27 years studying
It sort of made him seem like a bad person in a way.
Yeah, because they end up going, oh, what the fuck, man? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Why'd you bring this back into our lives?
Exactly right, because, they all come back there and they all starting to get fucked up again.
Yeah.
Reliving certain situations from their childhood, which sort of comes back into the intertwining back and, going back to the childhood memories and creating new scenes and that we never saw in the first movie.
Yeah, Act 2 of this movie is a farce. It's an absolute farce. Like, the formula... So the first two, where, they have to go off and find their tokens, or trinkets, or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And they all go off in their separate ways. And you follow the first one, they go off, whoever it is, they go off, and they have their encounter with Pennywise, and then it cuts. And then it goes to the next character going off and doing their thing. And then they have an encounter with Pennywise. And then it cuts. And I was sitting there in the theatre by myself. And I was just like, are they going to do this for every character? Is it just going to be but, character, interaction with Pennywise, interaction with Pennywise, interaction with Pennywise?
Yeah.
And they do.
And
they do exactly that.
That was
it goes for an hour and 10 minutes. That middle section goes for an hour and 10 minutes. And they throw in the Bowers thing as well.
Yeah.
For no reason other than Bowers was affected by Pennywise too.
Yeah, he was just... Pennywise recruited him to kill these kids.
Pennywise...
Because Pennywise can't do it himself, apparently.
Apparently.
He's going to rely on the redneck mullet dickhead who is now a mental patient and...
Clearly, like...
I'm back, so, hey, they're killing those kids again.
Yeah.
That'd be great for me, because they're really giving me a hard time.
Just a baffling decision of filmmaking, like...
Very strange,
And the fact, like... when you're doing an essay at school, they're like, don't do bullet points.
Yeah.
Make it a whole thing.
Yeah.
That section is bullet points. It's filmmaking bullet points, and it's fucking stupid.
It was very strange. It was one of my main points, was sitting at that point of going, okay, how much of this movie and this story right now has been necessary to the plot as a whole?
Yeah. You could have cut that whole middle bit and put... You could still have it be a long movie. You could have just put something better in there. You could have had them... They all face Pennywise and lose or something. They don't all die, but they clearly see, oh shit, Pennywise is stronger than ever.
Yeah.
Let's regroup and do something else. But they have to do this individual thing.
It's like
the cast is so good together. It's the same as the first movie. They nailed the cast because they're so good together. They work so well together. And then they split them up for an hour.
Yeah.
Like...
And...
Whose idea was that?
You get fucking next to nothing from it. And when I was sitting there watching it, I'm sitting there going, I'm fucking saying nothing to Pennywise in this, man.
No.
Like...
He's in the last minute of each interaction.
The way this seems is it's so much more about the kids and that themselves and the adults as they are.
Yeah.
And
Which I'm fine with.
It's sort of pushing Pennywise into the background.
Yeah.
Like he's just some background entity that's just lurking in the background. He's not the drive to this movie anymore. It's these now adults finding themselves on how they're gonna
and I'm fine with it.
How they're gonna defeat Pennywise, how they're gonna find themselves as people now and move past certain fears and all that, and letting go of the past and whatnot.
And I'm fine with that, but Pennywise is still the main, we have to fight Pennywise, but he's really not that threatening for most of it.
No, not much at all.
It's just so weird.
He comes back in their flashbacks and then hits them all again individually.
Yeah.
But for me, I felt like a lot of it was very lackluster. But see, I wanted more Pennywise.
Yeah, those like little gags and stuff that he does in the first one. When he comes out of the projector,
he was so brilliant.
Yeah, he comes out of the projector in that first one.
Yeah,
like before that bit where he's slowly turning into the photos.
Yeah,
that's a really effective, scary as hell scene.
But the whole thing, every interaction of Pennywise with the kids in the first one had actual dialogue between Pennywise and the kids in those scenes. It was very driven of Pennywise threatening these kids and terrorizing them and that. And this one now, they give Skarsgård next to no dialogue to use in this.
Yeah.
So his interactions with the kids as now adults It's just him turning into some sort of monster and trying to scare them again.
Yeah. And he gets that really awesome scene. He doesn't, sorry. Pennywise does, where he's possessed the old lady, where old mate goes back to visit her apartment. And that old lady is great, and she's really fucking scary. And that scene is so unnerving. Like, you have the wide shot of the apartment, and she's just in the background, and she's like stumbling
Background
around
is
and
key in
stuff.
this movie in a lot of areas.
And then she turns into this giant CG old
saggy
woman.
titty wearing long ass bitch.
And it's embarrassing to look at. It's so funny.
Because you lost it. You were getting like legitimately scared of this because this whole background, you've got the freaky violin there.
Yeah.
In the back, and you're like, ooh, something's happening. And then it stops at that point where it goes dead quiet, and you hear the footsteps stamping on the ground, and you're going, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
And then there's this massive CGI old woman with saggy tits, and I'm like,
yeah.
What?
It's like eating a Tim Tam, and you're like, this Tim Tam's so fucking good, but the end bit of the Tim Tam is going to be the best, and you eat it, and then you look away, and it's like a steamy Brussels sprout.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? Why did this happen?
I've been played. I've been played.
Oh, and it's just like, and that's what's wrong with this movie. It's just fucking stupid.
It fucking is.
So the first one, it's scary because they're kids, right? And
yeah.
Kids are fucking scared of everything. So the kids banding together to defeat what is this horrifying, uber scary thing is so triumphant when they do beat him.
Yeah.
But then they're like a bunch of adults with like money and they can just leave. Well, they can't just leave, but you know, like, it's less threatening. Already it's less threatening.
Yeah.
Because they're adults. And then they do stuff like that and it just looks... And the big lumber man, the big timber statue, that looks stupid. Like, as soon as that statue was in... If it wasn't in the trailer, as soon as you see that statue, you were like, I bet you any money that statue's going to life.
Yeah.
But of course it was in the trailer, so...
Yeah, you got it wrong.
I remember the first trailer that was released was that scene, the old lady scene, in full.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that full scene of her getting fucked up and you're like, ooh.
I was so excited for this movie because of that. Because that scene is fantastic. If you, like, go on YouTube and watch that scene, up until the old lady cartoon comes out.
Well, that was it, because you got the trailer before that old lady came out.
Yeah.
As the CGI saggy titty wearing bitch. And, but that's what this movie did. It gave you so much of each character individually.
Too much.
Not enough of them all together.
Yeah. Which is the fucking point.
It didn't take the right parts from the previous movies and the books to the second. Like the main take of the second part of this movie and the older ones was Bill's wife was taken by Pennywise. And that was up until the end scene. They get her back. And that's why they defeat him as well.
Yeah.
This is just them just defeating him.
Yeah.
There's like no other... there's no other driving force behind this movie to come to a resolution other than we just got to stop Pennywise from eating kids again.
Yeah.
Because they could have been happy just living their life as normal.
Yeah, fucking oath.
And, you know, Pennywise wasn't coming back for them.
They wouldn't have remembered.
They left Derry. It would have just been Mike getting the one fucked up.
Yeah.
And Pennywise would be like, yeah, alright, you're the last one left.
Yeah.
That's it. Easy. Movie's done.
Yeah. And, the flashbacks to the kids, like, you could tell the kids were so successful in why... so it was so key in why that movie was successful, because they brought them back for this one.
Exactly.
And there's heaps of flashbacks to when they're kids.
Yeah.
Like new footage, not flashbacks to the first
all newly shot stuff.
It's just weird. And like Finn Wolfhard aged way too much. So they had to de-age him and it looks weird.
It looks like a Snapchat filter.
Yeah. So just cut... You don't need
that was the first review I saw was Finn Wolfhard looks like a Snapchat filter.
Like the kids are great, but you didn't have to bring them back.
Yeah.
But obviously they did because they were like, oh fuck, this is what made money.
Yeah.
Stranger Things. People still like Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's like, you did need to bring him back, but maybe to a different degree.
It does make the joke that Ben is like incredibly gorgeous now a bit funnier when they cut back to young Ben and he's this little fat nugget.
But see, when I look at it, again, his child counterpart is a fat kid. They both look the same to me.
That's very believable. In the face.
The eyes and that, I'm like...
believable, yeah.
Fucking day and night here. You can believe that this is a transformation as he got older.
Yeah, definitely.
Without a doubt.
Cast is great.
Do you remember Spiderhead?
Yeah, that made me a little...
Chapter 2.
I'm so scared of spiders that scared me, but
Yeah.
only because it looked so much like a spider, it
Yeah.
made me really uncomfortable. The way it moved made me so uncomfortable.
Just the way when Stanley's head rolls out, it's all dead, and then the legs start growing out of the head, and I'm just going, ooh. But then it's like, he's sitting there and it's like, come to fruition of that, I'm just going, Spiderhead, Spiderhead, does whatever Spiderhead does.
I've also got some bad news for you to rain on your parade.
Yeah.
There was a movie in 1982
Yeah.
by a man called John Carpenter, who is one of the greatest fucking movie makers of all time.
Don't know.
It's called The Thing.
Yep.
There's a scene in which a head falls off a body and grows legs like a spider,
Huh.
and it looks incredibly similar.
Hmm.
Except in The Thing, they didn't have the beauty of CG, so they made one for real.
Yep.
So it looks a bit stupid. But it's been done in
But
1982.
so did the first It, though.
Yeah. Spiderhead, been done in 1982.
It was still
I
fun.
can't believe you don't know who John Carpenter is. That is mind-blowing to me.
I probably do if I saw a photo or something, maybe, but I don't know a lot of people.
Anyway, it's been done. But yeah, the Spiderhead, they go back to the house. The house wasn't particularly interesting in the first one. It's a bit haunted housey.
It's just the whole thing of this is where Pennywise crash landed as a couple of orbs.
Yeah.
And then they decided to build a house around it.
Yeah. And then they go into the well, but the well is like substantially bigger now for some reason.
Yeah, it grows as well, you know.
Yeah.
Renovations, man. Got to keep up with the times, man.
So Act 2 sucks because it's just all individuals.
Yep.
And then Act
It just
3...
takes way too long.
Act 3 is entirely in the dark in the sewer.
Yeah.
It looks like fucking garbage. It is so ugly.
It's a dark mess.
Yeah. It's such an ugly movie.
It feels like they're now rushing to the end.
Yeah, and I don't know whose choice it was, because Andy Muschietti is a really good director. Like, we saw that in the first one.
Exactly.
He knows his way around
it.
like horror gags. Yeah, but this is just a noisy, dark CG mess.
Yeah. So it came again to separating each adult yet again.
Yeah.
It was Pennywise trying to force them into separate areas, and then again putting them into another scenario where they have to fight out of it and, you know, realize it's this and that and fucking whatever else to, you know, fight against it.
Yeah, and in the
And then
first
come back
one,
together.
they just beat him with metal poles. Like,
They
there's no metaphor.
just beat him with poles.
There's no metaphor. They just get sticks and whack
and
the
just
shit
go,
out of
just
him.
fucking beat the cunt. Why not?
That's fucking funny.
Very different. And it's now like what mostly pissed me off by the end of this movie was how they represented Pennywise in this like final boss form, I guess you could say. I don't get why it had to be full spider body but have the enlarged clown head.
Yeah, well, that was so we knew it was Bill Skarsgård. Like, that's how you know it's still Pennywise.
Well, we could make it
I
something
know.
else.
But that's Hollywood going, nah, the audience won't get it. The audience won't know who this
The
is.
first one, they just made it a fucking spider. They even went out and said it's a female spider because it laid fucking eggs.
Yeah, nah.
And this one, they gone, yeah, you can have the legs and all that, but the face has to be in a large
The
clown
faith
head.
Hollywood has in their audience is just like scraping
Crippling.
the bottom of a bin.
They're
so.
going, fuck the audience, man. They don't fucking get it. But they'll eat this up like fucking cake.
Yeah, and it's just another stupid visual. Like, the old lady, the lumberjack statue, and now this
Tell me
spider
about
head
it.
with a giant clown head.
Quickly, though, do you enjoy the part of watching the deadlights come down when they're doing the ritual?
I suppose. I
Visually looked amazing.
I don't remember it.
I know, but I was hoping I might spark that in you. Just show some love for the deadlights,
I'll
son.
take you what. I really like the band Deadlights.
I know you do. I know you
I
do.
have one of their songs tattooed on me. So,
So you like some aspect of the deadlights. Or just deadlights in general. Look, that was visually amazing of watching them come down from this massive vagina in the roof that had teeth. As it
yeah.
comes down into the little box of chud, and then a balloon pops out, and you're like, huh, guess he's not finished yet. And then turns into the big fuck off clown, and then they realise that Mike's just this bastard who didn't tell them all about the ritual, and, you know, cunts would die if we fucking did this right.
Yeah.
And leads to the big fight again.
It's not really fighting. They just sort of run away from him for a bit.
Actually, yeah, no. Actually, yeah, it's fuck all fighting. It's all running. And it's then Bill Hader picking up a rock and throwing it at Pennywise. And then that brilliant piece of acting of when he's taunting Pennywise and Pennywise is just looking at him. And he just says, yippee-ki-yay, and then as he's about to throw the rock, Pennywise just opens the mouth to the deadlights. And Bill Hader's face is just...
Bill Hader's a very good
rising
physical
up.
comedian, yeah.
Very good physical comedian. They're just the way they whited over the eyes. I'm just like, I need this as a gif to just outline my life in general.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel at all times. When I wake up every morning. It's just like that is how I wake
Ready
up
to
every
take
morning.
on today? Oh no, never mind.
Pretty much, yep. And then
So then
you
the
get
way
Eddie's,
to... The
you
way
get
to...
Eddie's death.
Yeah. The way... Oh yeah. Talk about that first.
Yeah, so Eddie comes in to throw this little fucking fence spear that Bev gave him and said, this is a monster killer. This kills monsters.
Yeah.
It's just like, it does. Yeah. And then throws it through Pennywise's mouth and he's just like, I fucking did it, guys. I did it. I did it. And then just
Gets yeeted.
gets yeeted straight through the back and it's just like,
That's how you find out old mate was in love with him the whole time.
Yeah.
They were gay together.
Yeah, you get those flashbacks.
No, they were not. They were not together, were they?
No, they never. No,
Yeah.
he never knew.
Well, he was closeted the whole time,
was,
wasn't he?
yeah, was always in it. I still because he never like it was
Which
never
again
announced.
makes the scene at the beginning so weird.
Yeah,
Is it just to show that Pennywise hates gay people, but Pennywise didn't kill the gay people at the beginning? I don't know, man. That scene at the beginning really... I wish you didn't bring it up, because it's really bothering
But I
me
had
more.
to. That's why.
Yeah,
Hey, what do you mean? It bothered everyone. It was the first fucking scene of this movie. was
So
that was
weird.
gay bashing, and everyone's like, "Well, okay, I see the tone of this movie now." But
So it's quite an emotional moment when he dies. And
yeah, they do. They bring a lot of emotion into it. Then
when they're in the lake later and Bill Hader, I just don't remember their names. Bill Hader just starts crying. He's all like, he's not celebrating with them, and he just starts crying. That's a really sweet moment.
Very touching moment. It did make me very emotional because they do portray the emotion really well, especially when they did defeat Pennywise and then he's there. He's just like, no, we got to take him. And he's like, man, he's dead. Like, place the club, we've got to go. And he's just like, doesn't want to let go of him. That's very like moving as well. But
that's a lot of show don't tell as well. Like,
exactly.
That tells you everything about how he feels about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
very nice.
let's
the way they defeat Pennywise.
Yeah. Let's talk about the defeat of Pennywise.
They stand around.
It's the power of words.
They stand around him and berate him.
Yeah.
Like a child.
It really shows that Pennywise is just a little bitch.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is just go,
little baby man.
You're a bitch.
Little baby man.
You're a bitch. You're a bully. And then they're just not showing any remorse.
Yeah.
They're just like, and it's just a constant pushing forward, and he's just like running back, and he wants to stab him, but he can't because they're saying no.
And again, like, I should have filmed myself in that theater, because when that started, like, I was just genuinely just like, what am I watching? Am I watching a fucking joke? Good lord.
Yeah, there's a lot to you don't.
And it's after 2.5 hours of fucking nothing happening.
Not.
And that's the satisfying ending you get.
Yeah. So they corner him into his little home thing. He's melted down to this little head, and it's just sunken in, and he's just like, look at you all, fucking acting like bullies and shit and whatever. And then all they do is just go into his chest, grab his heart, rip it out as he's trying to like stop. He's no, and they're just holding it there, and then just they all have to do it together, crush the heart, and which apparently is linked to the deadlights themselves, because realistically the deadlights should be. We won't get into that part.
I think.
And then the deadlights just come down and they dissipate into nothing, and
That's it. That's
Pennywise is dead.
billions of years of cosmic mythology just got bullied away. That's all.
The Eater of Worlds was defeated by a couple of people telling him he's a bully.
So earlier on, there's another scene of Pennywise eating a kid under the bleachers. What's that related to? Is that linked to anything? It's just a scene I remember.
No, that's just literally
just one of those for the trailer.
Yeah, it was just more one of those ones of like Pennywise re-emerging into Derry again.
Yeah, right.
So obviously we had the kid that James McAvoy's character saw and had a connection throughout the rest of the movie, who died in the clown maze,
Funhouse, yeah.
the funhouse of horror. Which one thing I need to add there is that kid goes through that maze, and he gets to that point there where then James as Bill is on the other side of the glass, and then you see Pennywise on the reverse side.
Yeah.
Why doesn't this kid run the way he came in? There's only 4 ways he can go.
I know.
So obviously, where Pennywise is a wall. Yeah. Where James is a wall. The kid touches the other wall. That's stuck.
Off out of there.
Doesn't go to the other one. I'm going, well, that's your way out. Because I don't believe Pennywise can turn that situation into a box of nothingness. Otherwise, he would just remove the glass and then be there. So I was like, you just could have ran, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would have found your way out.
Yeah, the scene on the bleachers goes for too long as well. Like, his interaction with Georgie in the beginning is so scary because it's like 40 seconds or something.
Yeah.
And it's so uncomfortable.
And it's very quotable.
Yeah.
It's very quotable.
But then the second, like, the girl under the bleachers, it just keeps going, and he's really hamming it up.
Yeah,
it feels like it was his contract that he had to have this much screen time.
He was like a pushy salesman, but he still closed the deal.
Yeah.
And that's a good salesman.
It's not, though. And then another...
But yeah, it was just a random
another thing I hate.
Kill another kid.
Insurance guy, what's his name? Eddie. So his interaction with Pennywise is this weird comedy moment that absolutely makes no sense. Whereas the old lady coming out is funny because it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Eddie's bit where he's getting vomited
yeah.
And then the power ballad starts playing.
And I'm like, that's just taken from Deadpool 2.
Yeah. And I was like, is the theatre broken?
Yeah, because it was literally about 4 seconds of the song. Like, that's all they could afford.
And the movie up to that point hasn't been funny.
No.
Like, Bill Hader's cracked a couple of wise guys.
Yeah.
But the horror gags have not been funny.
No.
So why is that one funny? Or trying to be funny? It's so tonally wrong.
Sudden realization, there's next to no horror in this movie.
No. There's attempts at it.
And very wacky attempts.
Very brief attempts.
I think I probably had, I can remember maybe 3 jump scares.
Yeah.
And then everything else was just not scary.
It was just noise.
It was just, here's a weird CGI monster with a shitload of noise and a lot of running.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
He almost kills them and then doesn't. Every time.
Yeah.
He gets really close and then just doesn't.
But sort of like he just doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Pennywise is just, he's just there to be like he's happy to kill anyone else at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
But for these kids, play with it for a bit.
Yeah, I guess because they beat him, he wants to prove a point or something, I suppose. Yeah,
but it's even like from the first one, he's still just toying with them at first anyway. But every other kid, he's happy to eat straight away.
Does make sense.
Georgie, he didn't fuck with. Georgie, he just went.
Georgie,
you want your ball?
Yeah.
You want
Ripped his arm off.
Rips his arm off and then fucking drags him to the sewer, and you're like, okay, that's quick. But these kids, nah, I'm gonna play with them for a bit for 2 whole movies.
It's such a weird movie.
For 5.5 hours, I'm gonna toy with them. And
literally 3 weeks sitting in this theatre.
Yeah, that was my main note of rewatching it. Was this took me 3 weeks to watch, 3 nights, but it might have been close enough. But yeah, so that ending is just they defeat him and they all embrace in the lake. They jump off the cliff again, their little rock face, and swim out to a sandbank. Bill cries. Bev and Ben hook up now, and
yeah, that was nice.
Life resumes for them.
Finally got his woman.
Sorry, that's also the other touching part when they're reading fucking Stanley's suicide note. Well, he doesn't call it a suicide note, but the reasoning to why he killed himself in that.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. Then they all say a line each, and then the children say a line each, and then it ends. Whatever. How it does. The one thing I looked at in that lake scene was when Bev and Ben kiss underwater. It made me fully realise that underwater kissing is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Because you watch them, they're under there, and I'm thinking, breathe, go back up for air. They're just looking at each other. And then the mouth starts to open in the eyes, and they can see the bubbles, and I'm like, you're losing breath.
Yeah.
And then they kiss, and they embrace, and I'm like, up. Come back up.
Maybe they're like Olympic swimmers or something.
I don't think so. I don't know about that.
Why do you think Ben got so fit? He probably did like super underwater training.
Dude just does crunches, man.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just crunches. All you got to do.
It's crunches.
You got to do a couple crunches.
Anyway, this movie fucking sucks, and it's just a
No, this movie's okay.
terrible waste of time.
You got the Adam seal of approval. You got the Jack seal of disapproval, which is the
this
bulk
movie.
standard. So I can happily say that I like this movie, but there's a lot of reasons I hate it. I think I gave no reasons as to why I like this movie. And that's generally the way of it.
You sort of agreed with me with how shit it is.
I can fully go in and say how much a movie fucking sucks and how shit some parts were and why it did so bad, and then I still go, no, but I liked it though. And I watch it again and be like, man, those parts didn't get any better. Still a good movie, but that's just who I am, Jack.
Fair enough. I wish I had your optimism.
Oh, goddamn. So, It Chapter 2 is hopefully the final installment. They talked rumours of doing a sort of prequel-ish to Pennywise beforehand as Bob Gray, possibly.
Just fucking don't. Just don't.
I don't think they will.
Thank God Hollywood's shut down at the moment, because all these fucking stupid ideas can go back into the back of the filing cabinets.
Here's what we can say. Stop making Stephen King movie adaptations. Leave his books alone.
Because my original idea for this was to do a Stephen King, like do a few movies.
Yeah.
But there was enough to talk about with it, Chapter 2. We didn't need to.
And I don't know if I can go back and watch any other ones, man.
Good ones. I watched Gerald's Game.
Actually, I do want to watch that one. I haven't
Gerald's
watched that
Game
one
is
yet.
fucking fantastic until the last 8 minutes, because of course Stephen King ruins everything with the end.
Not even Hollywood can fix that.
Yeah, I won't tell you how it ends. But if you've
That's
seen
alright.
Gerald's Game, you know what I'm talking about. They just completely ruin it.
It's a thing.
But Gerald's Game's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, there's no. I don't know. I wouldn't really go out and watch any other ones. I don't think.
I'm trying to fucking think of them. He's done so many. Misery's really good. Misery's great, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
These are just movies I've never even fucking heard of. Now you're just speaking Chinese to me,
my
mate.
God.
A lot of shit I haven't seen. You know what? We didn't check to see because we did put out if we're.
My sister asked a single question on Instagram. So we put the call out for questions. I've always liked question sections in podcasts. So I put the call out for questions. And I got a single question from my sister, who actually listens, unlike my dog shit brother.
Shout out to you, Gemma.
So
shout out to Eugene.
this would probably be better for our next one because it's going to be a Netflix one, but we'll just say it now because we've hyped it up.
Go for it.
She said, why do you think people are so adverse to Netflix being involved, so Netflix properties being involved in awards ceremonies? So Netflix had to get its own category in the Oscars, even though Marriage Story should have just won Best Picture because it was the Best Picture.
Yeah.
But because it's Netflix, it's not a real movie. Christopher Nolan's come out and he's been like, oh, no, the theatre experience. You have to have the theatre experience. And a lot of directors have been like, no, the theatre. That's where the awards
Yeah,
should be.
okay. Very good question, Gemma.
So I like that question too. I don't really have an answer for it.
No.
I think
it just shows you how much of a bunch of grubs Hollywood are.
Yeah, I think it's very... Hollywood is grossly stuck in the golden era of Hollywood.
I think it feels like what it's gone is Netflix have come out and gone, alright, we're a streaming platform. We have millions and millions and millions of dollars. We can take out every single middleman of producing a movie.
That's the problem, yeah.
And just go, here's... we'll buy the script from someone who's had it sitting in the basement for 10 years.
They give small directors shots. They give them a chance.
But here's the thing: this is what I love about Netflix originals.
Yeah, absolutely.
You mostly get a lot of actors and actresses you've never heard of before.
Yep.
Put on an outstanding role.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It puts them in the spotlight. They then move on to brighter and greener pastures.
Yeah.
You have movies that don't require a massive budget or a massive cast to be a really good movie. There are a lot of Netflix movies out there I really fucking love.
Yeah.
Best thing about this is you're paying for a streaming service that's $14 a month, and you're getting 3 to 5 brand new movies every fucking month.
A lot of fucking content.
Like, there's always something being pumped out, and like,
if you went to the theater 5 times in a month, that's like $240. That's so much fucking money.
Yeah, that's with discounts too.
Yeah.
Fuck. But
That's
Netflix, they just go, here's a movie.
Yeah. So yeah, award ceremonies like the Oscars, you have to buy in. You have to buy your Oscar, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's very much Hollywood patting Hollywood on the back.
Yeah.
It's the old guard going, oh yes, we're still very proper. We still do things the proper way.
A lot of it's the whole thing of like, there's so much.
That's why boring fucking movies always win. Like.
Yeah, and you know exactly what movie you're going to see coming up. You see that movie coming out in the cinemas. You see the trailers and you go, well, that's going to be in the Oscars.
Well, there's Oscar bait. That's an actual genre of movie.
You know exactly. You see the trailer and you just go, that's subject.
So that's why I like it. That's why I like when Joker came along and just went, oh no, I'll take that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just by being a really fucking good movie.
Took that card and just went,
yeah.
This is how we do it over here.
And Hollywood had to go, well, it looks like a Scorsese movie. Like, we have to pay it.
Yeah.
We have to let him. And you could tell they all begrudgingly, like, let Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix have it.
Yeah.
Well, fuck yeah. Smash it up. Smash up the system, man. Like,
it definitely shows you, like, the grubby side of Hollywood and being like, there's definitely something behind the companies in Hollywood and that, where it's a lot of, 100% they're paying off certain people.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all like,
it's all advertising. It's all marketing, right?
Yeah. It's a whole thing of,
If you win an Oscar, that's another DVD release you get. Movie of the year release. Like, games do it too.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
It's more ways to make more money or something that's already made a lot of
whereas
fucking
Netflix,
money.
they don't tend to re-release them at all.
Yeah.
They just sort of stay on Netflix forever.
Granted, but a lot of Netflix movies probably aren't of Oscar grade material.
Oh no, absolutely not. That's not what we're saying at all.
Yeah,
But there are definitely.
There are
again,
hidden gems out there. Marriage Story.
Annihilation. Like, I didn't love Annihilation, but
it's a very different movie. And that's a very good movie
and
as well.
As far as design and like
very fucking weird
filmmaking and stuff, like all of the cinematography, that should have fucking won.
Yeah,
all of those should have won for Annihilation.
Regardless, don't even like it, but Uncut Gems.
Yeah, Uncut Gems. Everyone was pushing. Like everyone was. Adam Sandler is best actor.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. Adam Sandler's great in that movie.
Yeah.
I didn't love the movie, but Adam Sandler
was brilliant.
Of course, he's electric in that movie.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's
and we thought we'd see a change by now. Like, Netflix has been around for
with the way that everything's
almost
going,
10 years.
You definitely think for sure that maybe there'll be hopefully in the future there'll be a more push of Netflix movies.
Well, they're going to have is there even going to be an Oscars next year?
Yeah.
And if there is, you know what was in the window? Shot Glasses, everybody, The Invisible Man, Elizabeth Moss, Best Actress.
Drink.
By far. And not even because there's no competition. Like, Elizabeth Moss just
fucking...
She should just get Best Actress. She puts in an astonishing performance in that movie. But it came out at a time where, this was all kicking off, and it did just get dumped on a streaming. Not dumped, but offered up for streaming. So I think if there is an Oscars, they'll be like,
in that pool you're gonna have The Invisible Man, Bloodshot.
Bloodshot. If Bloodshot wins an Oscar, I will eat my pair of jeans live on the podcast. If Bloodshot wins a single award, I will sit here with a knife and fork and eat my jeans.
For anything, that could be including sound design.
I saw it. It got a Blu-ray release, and it had one of those like stacks at JB, with all the copies. I just wanted to knock it over. So I was like, "What?
None of you have seen this fucking movie. It doesn't deserve its own fucking stand." God
so
damn
hopefully it changes. Like, they have to recognize now that like Netflix is a force.
Yes, it's credible enough now. I'd say without a doubt. I also have a question.
Hey!
It's not a question.
Oh, God.
it's a question, but it's not a question. it's from our drummer, Andrew. And he simply just said, all he said was, who can clap the loudest? And have a clap off.
Well, I fucked the clap last time when I introduced you. I missed my hand, remember? I went...
You stole my clap.
It was a good joke, but I fucked it.
You stole my clap, fucked up the clap. It fucked up the video.
Hey, no, come on.
It only just got posted. Watch the video for The Dark Knight Rises. I just posted that we recorded 2 weeks ago.
I didn't fuck the video.
Your clap is a reason that video fucked up.
I don't think that's true at all.
Did the video fuck up?
How did my clap do that?
Well, I don't know. Had that clap been fine, maybe the video would have been fine and we would have been up 2 weeks ago.
Fucking hell.
We wouldn't have been in this situation. So, in saying that, are we having a clap off?
I hate it here.
Fuck!
People are going to hate this.
Yeah, that was good. I hope so many people are listening to this in their car. I'm going to try and do it away from the mic. Wow, that one was straight up in the mic. I'm going to give it to you just for being a dick.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly.
You got big hands. You got a good clapping hands. How's my
Ladies.
I say Jack wins, but you can all be the judge of that one. And that's all the questions we have because we have a small fan base, but we only just put out the question like two
Yeah, I just thought of it
ago.
when I got home today. I was just like, I really want a question section. And I think we have sort of a following enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put it out there on the... we'll put out another status for before we record the next episode.
We'll give you a bit more time
We'll give you time to think about it and that. So, with that, I guess that's it. Chapter 2. That's another week on the pod. Again, you just got to like, share, and subscribe to this shit.
Yeah.
Make waves and noise and show people why they should listen to two weird guys discuss movies terribly and badly and not do any research. And
Fine, we really got to look something up. Next time, I'm going to look up one thing. Whatever we do next, I will look up one thing about it.
Okay.
That's a promise.
Okay, we'll make a section in
Not
the next
on the podcast.
episode that's just called Facts I Learnt About This Movie.
Yeah.
Or a fact I learnt about this movie. It was filmed in Australia.
It was shot with cameras.
So yeah, keep doing that. Good. We'll see you on the next one. I am Adam.
I am Jack.
Still Jack. You like that podcast?